Hello there guys, and welcome back to a brand new video. So today's video is going to be my update review for the cooperation update that came out today. Before going any further though, be sure to leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already, and turn on those notifications so you don't miss out on any of my content, and be sure to leave a comment of your thoughts on the update so far. The cooperation update brought us a lot of great changes and content. This content obviously being the highly anticipated Clone Commando, the new map Felucia, co-op mode and the single player instant action. So I'll start off with the Clone Commando. This unit is obviously the newest reinforcement for the Republic and obviously for the game, entering it as an enforcer. This is essentially to counter the droideker in terms of what units are in the game, because obviously a few months ago the droideker entered as an enforcer and the Republic didn't have the second one, so obviously this has kind of gone to counteract that. The Republic Commando has three abilities of course, the first being his Repulsor Blast, which as an ability I actually really like it. I think the only issues right now though is that I feel like the AoE, so the area of effect, is a little bit too small to be honest, and it feels really inconsistent. It's really thin. It is fairly long, but again I kind of feel like maybe if it was a bit longer and a bit thicker that would be great. And obviously like I said, it feels a bit inconsistent because I've had it several times where the ability, I've used it and the enemy hasn't been affected, they're not being pushed back in any way, and a few others have noticed it as well, so hopefully that can get sorted. But apart from that, the first ability of Repulsor Blast is pretty cool. The next ability is the Battle Focus ability. This one creates an aura around the Clone Commando that allows the damage taken to decrease as he and his other teammates inside the aura get hit. This also means that the Commando will stop regaining health until the ability is over from a time period thing, but however it does allow you to replenish your health if you kill an enemy. So I didn't really feel like this ability was necessary to be honest, and I still don't really. I don't really see the need of having another damage reduction in the game, but it is certainly very useful, especially in the heat of battle. Popping this ability with your clone brothers around you, it can be really effective and actually help your Republic side win. So strategically I feel like the ability is actually really good. I just didn't really feel like we needed another damage reduction in the game, but to be fair, I do really like it. So the last ability is the Grenade Launcher. Now this ability is actually really cool. The animations that go into attaching the Grenade Launcher onto the gun and the animations to reload each grenade I think are great. The attention to detail to that is awesome. And despite it being used more efficiently for vehicles and shields, it actually can be really useful against standard troopers and reinforcements. It's got a pretty decent splash damage, and yeah, it's just a lot of fun to use to be honest. So I think that's basically all with the abilities. But the last thing that I really need to mention is of course the actual weapon. So that's the DC-17M. This is very much built for short to medium range, very much like the droideker in kind of those terms really. It's much more efficient short range, and it's not good at long range at all really. But up close, and of course with that vibroblade hidden in his wrist for melee, you've got yourself a really good unit there. So to be honest, so overall I'm honestly so happy with the Clone Commando. It's a lot of fun to play as. It's definitely quite a challenge to come up against as well, but apart from that, and the issues with the Repulsor Blast, I think it's absolutely spot on. DICE have done an absolutely fantastic job with it. Moving on to Felucia, this map is honestly absolutely stunning. Truly, it's one of the most vibrant and visually pleasing maps in the whole game, and it just transports you somewhere so vastly different to anywhere else. Obviously, like Naboo, Kashyyyk, Kamino, they're all very different, but with Felucia, it honestly hits you so differently. It's got so many different Easter eggs in the map as well, with the Dead Rancor, Dead Sarlacc Pit, a Felucian village and a farmstead with the green laser fences, exploding bioluminescent mushrooms as well, which is just great. It's such a fun and delightful map that you can go around and admire the whole thing, just take it all in on instant action, or you can go on co-op and just absolutely dominate in the game. Like, it's just so much fun. Honestly, I don't really have that much else to say really, apart from the fact that it's such a great map. Honestly, so happy with it. I really hope it comes to Galactic Assault and other maps as well. Honestly, it could definitely work. It's got me more excited for maps to come in Battlefront 2. But yeah, honestly, not much else to say. Really great job, DICE. And yeah, thanks for providing such a great map. Now let's start talking about the modes. Again, I don't really have too much else to say here, but instant action is honestly a lot of fun. I love seeing the AI actually using other classes, other reinforcements, and of course the heroes. And I haven't really encountered too many heroes, but DICE has really done a good job with making them a worthy opponent, to be honest. Like, the AI are really challenging, which is really, really good to see. So instant action is basically just Conquest from the original games, which for me is really nostalgic and just a lot of fun to actually have as well. And with the AI providing that challenge as well, you don't actually get bored. It's not like Capital Supremacy where the AI is dumb and boring sort of thing, you know. They actually provide a challenge, and they're a lot of fun to actually kind of go up against. And the options you can have in the menus as well to choose from, so it's the difficulty, the match time and all that stuff. You know, it's really, really good start, I think. If they add more settings in the future, which I think they are, that would be amazing. More settings, more modes as well in instant action would really make it one of the best things in the whole game. I did do a video on this actually last Wednesday on what modes I'd like to see, so definitely check it out if you haven't done so already. But yeah, so far so good with instant action, honestly, really, really happy. Now let's talk about co-op. Co-op is a 4-player PvE experience on the Clone Wars maps, so far at least. And the way co-op plays out is, from memory, exactly how Turning Point plays out in Battlefront 2015. So if you capture like one command post in the objective, you push up to the next set of command posts, you capture one of them, you push up again. That's pretty much how it works from memory. And honestly, having this mode in the game where you can cooperate with your friends, strategize your next move as to how you're going to progress to the next place, is such a great feeling. Like, the co-op mode plays out so well on these maps that we currently have for it as well. It's just utter chaos as well. Like, for those who haven't played it there, then you're in for a big surprise, because the amount of AI units the enemy team has compared to you is honestly at times completely overwhelming, but it just leaves you in such a lot of action. It's a lot of fun, and with the ability to spawn on your teammates as well, even if they're in combat, like I said, it just gives you so much action. It leaves you in it the whole time. And as I mentioned earlier, the AI are actually challenging as well, and if you take like loads out at once, they'll just spawn in waves and will come at you. It honestly, co-op is a lot of fun. It's absolute chaos, and it's a lot better than I was expecting, to be honest. I wasn't expecting to kind of really latch onto it as much as I have, but I've had a total blast so far. The only suggestions I really have right now is if they added some, obviously, more maps, and if they added some more unique objective types, perhaps like blowing stuff up. If you do, then you can push up or whatever. I don't know, something like that would be great. But co-op so far, you know, and instant action, both these two new modes are really a great turning point. Nice pun, for Battlefront 2. They're really great experiences, and I'm really, really happy with them, honestly. As of yet, though, I haven't really tried HVV yet, so I can't comment too much on hero changes. However, Obi-Wan's new defensive rush animation is so good. It's super smooth, it feels a lot better, and to be honest, it just feels like you can get more kills with it. The Phasma picking up her droid, you know, I haven't used Phasma yet, but the fact that you can do that now is a great change, and the fact that your abilities get replenished if they're interrupted is so good. And I feel like it really paves the way forward as well for future updates and hero combat. It just honestly makes the game feel so much better now that they've got this introduced, and I'm just really over the moon with that, to be honest. But I think that's pretty much everything to talk about, though. This update honestly has been one of the best updates the game has received in its lifetime, which is almost 2 years now. I've not really experienced any issues at all, but I will note them down on Twitter. And obviously there's been some incredible changes to the game so far. All the content is great, really. Like, all in all, DICE has done an absolutely fantastic job. So to the team, I say great work, and honestly just keep it up. But that's pretty much the end of the video, guys. Remember to let me know your thoughts, and let me know if you made it to the end of the video. Thank you all very much for watching, and may the force be with you always.